Hello and welcome back to the STM channel. Today, well, I would say we're beginning it, but I've done a little bit already. But we are gonna take this entire rusty ass engine apart. It's absolutely caked. Some of these parts won't even come off. Gonna rebuild it, and then we're gonna sell it on. What we're gonna do first is try and get these bolts out so we can get this head cylinder off, because this carb is completely rusted on there. But I've got a replacement head cylinder off another engine that I've got, another similar engine. So that's the first thing that I'm gonna do. Well, I'm gonna attempt to do anyway. So yeah. Let's get straight into it. Let me just get this stuff. It literally was so rusty. Took me ages and nearly destroyed my impact driver. It's pink. Not that that really matters, but you know. Hopefully you don't have an engine this rusty. So if you've got a wire brush, it's quite amazing what this stuff does. You put it on, leave it for 5 minutes or so, and then you get a wire brush or anything like it, and it literally rubs the rust right off. And what I'm hoping with these is the rust is just on the surface, so like right in this bit here. But because if it's actually like further along like in here, then I don't know really what I'm gonna do. But I don't reckon it is. The only issue is this one in here. But I'm thinking if I can get this one off, then it will, like the old X pattern should be sound, should come off. And then I'm gonna leave it for another 5 minutes. Actually, let's try it first. Oh, let's go. Easy. That one's nice and loose, but that one is not. You know what? If we pull this out, we might be able to figure out where the rust is coming from. I don't recommend doing this usually. You want to get them all out first. But it might give us a little insight to where what's actually causing the restriction. There's actually compression in this engine too, so I think it actually is at the head, or at the input. I had another engine I was going to fix, and I didn't end up fixing it in the end because it had cracks all in the crankshaft, or on the crankshaft, should I say. So instead, I didn't end up fixing it, but all of those parts that I bought for it fit this. So. Oh, that's a bit much then. Put some in there too. I don't know why this will help, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm clutching at straws, so let's send it. Let's go. Maybe that's the play, maybe I'm doing this wrong. I don't know, but this is actually great news. This is going so much better than planned. This actually might work. Oh, that feels good. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit worried this wasn't gonna work. Thank you, rust remover. And I think that there's fuel in there, so this is gonna get messy. Oh, there is fuel in there. A trick to this is to take the fuel tank off, because the oxygen on the opposite. Oh, don't listen to me. There we go. Part one complete. What I'll do now is quickly take the fuel tank off. Do that first. Take the fuel tank off if you've got fuel in it. Don't be a fool like me. Oh my god. What not to do. Right. This is the state of the piston. See that it's covered in carbon, which means that some of the oil has been leaking into there, but as you can see from the gasket, it is absolutely destroyed as well. But it looks like it's been coming through there. Just slipped straight underneath. From the looks of it, this hasn't ever been changed. Be careful of your fingers though. Take this off. There's something very therapeutic about doing this. Take this out. Definitely have to replace these, they're way too rusty. Next we'll take this off. Right. Hey. That came off way too easy. Thought we're gonna have to fight it. And this is the harmonic balance puller. This thing is a godsend. You just have to figure out what size these are. Oh, that's the right size. They look so close to the same size, but they're not. Not this bit I would suggest doing it with a normal socket. This should go. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it's not equal. There we go. That one and not that. That one and not that. That one and not that. It's one of the most difficult things. Making sure it's on level. There we go. There we go, just like that. Right, next, I think, oh, there's some cables on here. Take these off first. What I'm gonna do now is drain the oil out of this. Right. Just finished. This is the same as in cross pattern. This will stop it from warping. See, there's a lot of them. Obviously you can't be perfect, but just, I mean, the best that you can do, innit? How I usually do it is get under this bit here. Oh. Because you don't really want to get into there because you can easily break it. There we go. Might have to change this, to be fair. To be fair, bearings for fun. Right, carrying on. Next thing is to get this out. Should just pop straight out. What I'm going to do is take these out, unscrew, well, unbolt that, take these out, pull that out, take these out, take the push drawers out. Then, underneath here, there's two bolts that connect the piston crank to the crankshaft. Then after that, you can get the crankshaft out, take the gasket off, then clean the engine up, put it back together, sorted. Don't lose this bolt either. I know I always bang on about it, but try and keep all the bolts and everything together. I usually keep the crankshaft cover and all of the insides together, like keep it together in sections almost, if that makes sense. This is a bit, well, it's not super difficult, but it's awkward. But most of the time, these aren't actually that tight. You want to turn it around, so just spin the crank and the piston. That's so tight. Maybe turn it a little bit more actually. There we go. This is really stiff. I think this piston is absolutely gone. This should just pop off like that. Let's see if I get some more purchase on it this way. There we go. It's because there's so much carbon on this. It does not want to come out. There we go. Ah, haha, winner. Right, now, last thing to do. Just like that. Clean all that out. And then yeah, put it back together. Right, and we're back. So today, I'm going to be jet washing this off, cleaning it up. Oh, forgot about that. As you can see, not so much the inside, but the outside, all around here is absolutely covered in dust, dirt, oil, whatever else, rust, loads of rust as well. So what we're going to do, this is my trusty degreaser. First of all, spray it right up. This is engine degreaser, so this can go all in the engine and it breaks up oils, dirt, all of it. Serious stuff. Let's start with the back. One thing I've just noticed I forgot to do, just before I dry it out and re-oil it, is get the old gasket off. This is really easy, I think. I've got another video on it. It's easier when there's no parts in it too, because obviously you can just clean all the bits straight back out. When all the parts are in, you've got to be careful that none of the gasket goes back down into the oil chamber or anything like that. Yeah, my camera died and I didn't notice, so I've just missed 10 minutes. But pretty much what I've done is cleaned all the debris out, got all the water out of here and in the piston chamber. Now I'm going to use this assembly lube. Well, it does everything we need it to do, really. It's super sticky, gets everywhere, but it is like some of the best stuff. It's definitely a lot easier to spread just on your finger. And yes, I did just clean them off. I just want to say thank you to the viewers as well, especially if any of you come from the Web3 space. I know this isn't Web3 content, but I thought, what better place to ask the community to help a brother out. Appreciate it if you liked, just for the algorithm. Dislike even, if that's what you want to do. And leave a comment. Some constructive criticism would be very much appreciated. Be it on the video editing side of it, the actual recording side of it, be much appreciated. So I don't want to live in an echo chamber, and I'm trying to get better at this. So this lube is vital as well when you're putting a piston back in. I think that's everywhere. You should be able to see it on the video. Nice and oiled up in there now. One last thing I'll do today, because the rest I'm going to get on it later. Just put some in here. Don't do this to me. Right, that's that for today. Well, for now, leave it for a bit, come back, and then yeah. And we're back in the building. Sorry about the storm-like weather's going on. It is so windy today, so I'm not really sure how this audio is going to come out. If it is whack, then I just have to do a voiceover on this bit. So now what we're going to do is carry on cleaning the upper parts. As you can see, there's thick carbon in here, and there's still the gaskets on there. So, degreaser, engine degreaser, perfect for this, and Stanley. Also wire brush as we get a little bit deeper into it. But we'll start with the Stanley anyway. What else you can do with these is, if you've got a, what are they called? Ultrasonic bath. I sometimes use them, but I'm gonna show you how to do this by hand. But they do make this a lot easier. But they're not perfect for these. As I said with the other gasket, so you have to be very careful with this. You don't want to put the blade like face down like that. You want to put it on an angle, so it's almost just gliding across the surface instead of actually like making indents into it. So obviously you can't get the Stanley in there, but you can get the wire brush. You can also use, I have another one here, like this kind of wire brush. So you can you get a little bit more purchase on it. The carbon also, what that is, it's from because this one had a gasket, the gasket's gone. So the oil gets into the chamber, and the reaction is when it burns, it creates the carbon, which is all of the black stuff on it. And then as that gets worse and worse, then obviously the engine can't get the right compression, so it'll stop turning over. But you've got to clean all this carbon off. And there you go. That is, oh, there's a little bit there actually. Didn't see that. Oh no. Look at that. That is lovely. Right, first off, spray with some of this. that sit for a second. Another thing that we need to do is change the piston. And changing the piston is either going to be hilarious bloopers or I'm actually just legit at it by this point. And I really don't know what way it's going to go. So, should be interesting. Last time I done this, which would have been only like the third time I'm doing it, I snapped 4 piston rings in about 20 minutes. Right, so we need to get, there's like these little ring clips in there, because I want that. So pretty much just grabbing that. Not like that. I was literally about to say be careful that it doesn't ping out. Ah, I found it. Haha! Thank you, spiders. Damn, that was lucky. This is a piston ring compression tool. This is life and death, really, for these. So literally what it does is, as you can see the edge of the ring there, you get, oh, wrong way around, get these in there like that. And it literally expands it so you can take it out. A better example of putting them in. There we go. There we go, that's in there. And the piston, that's ready to be installed. We're slowly getting there, but goddamn, this is so much dirtier than I first expected. Like, even the jet wash wouldn't really help with this, because it's so thick, the oil. Not bad though. Now we do this side. Right, clean the gasket on this. So with these ones, I usually use a softer one. Don't want to get any scratches or... Right, and then just get the last bits of debris out. And there you have it. Fresh and clean. Back's looking okay as well. It's not perfect, but I'll take that.